How's it going, everybody? Hey, Shinigami here to bring you another fun-filled episode late at night while everybody's asleep. How y'all doing? We've been having a bit of a debacle going on with Xbox. Apparently they announced a new president. Someone by the name of Sarah Bond. Seems to be turning heads in the most negative form. I'm going to go over some of the things she's stated in a Bloomberg Live video that has gone kind of a little bit viral right now for stuff that she's not addressing, issues with Xbox that continue forward, and as we go on, you'll see that being asked certain questions, she will just not answer them and just completely pivot, right? So, first and foremost, person that we're speaking of is, actually I should go down here. Xbox president tries to avoid talking about developer closure in cringe-filled interview, and also Sarah Bond makes history as first black woman appointed president of Xbox, and Microsoft. Again, just a bunch of diversity, and I know some people be like, "Oh my God, you're such a bigot about that." It's like, when you hear her responses, it doesn't sound like she's with us, I should say. She doesn't sound like an actual gamer, I would say.
My name is Sarah Bond. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the head of ecosystem for Xbox.
Notice how she says head of ecosystem. And then look, the fucking Palestinian fucking goddamn flag right there. Like, get the fuck out of here with that goddamn commie bullshit. Okay? Then we have another interview here that we'll go over. We're not going to go over all of the answers that she gives, but just some of the main talking points that literally show her character. Okay? So, let's go with it.
Sarah, thank you so much for joining us today. So I want to start talking about the industry in general. You and Microsoft Games CEO Phil Spencer have been raising kind of the alarm that the video game industry is just not growing, and there's a real need to figure out how to reverse that. What's causing the issue, and how does Xbox turn it around?
Yeah, the last year or so in video games, largely the industry's been flat. And even in 2023, we saw just some tremendous releases, tremendously groundbreaking games, but still the growth didn't follow all of that.
Something I want to keep note of is that she keeps batting her fucking eyes. She keeps just blinking way too fucking much whenever she's responding to some of these answers, and I feel like that's a very easy way to detect someone's mannerisms when they're lying, or just not telling something as truthful as they should be. This woman just can't stop doing that shit. Just pay attention to that. Watch. You'll see how many times she fucking blinks when she's answering something. So just take a look. And then the other woman doesn't do that. So it's not the lighting, whatever, but
It's, a lot of that's related to our need to bring new players in, make gaming more accessible, but all of that has been happening at the same time that the cost associated with making these beautiful AAA blockbuster games is going up, and the time it takes to make them is going up. And so much of our focus as Xbox is about how we do things to help the industry all up, while also ensuring that our brand, everything that we do is there through this moment of transition.
Related to some of the trends you're identifying, earlier this week, Xbox announced the shuttering of 4 game studios. I know you're not the studio's chief, but how should gamers understand that move in terms of Microsoft's commitment?
this point right here is very important, because talking about the actually, you know what, it helps when we're able to go down to comments. And here we go. This interview is an insult to Tango, Arkin, and all their fans. It shouldn't be hard to clear the air regarding their issues, but instead she just worms her way through the question with a complete non-answer. Despicable behavior. Other person here pointing out the Tango situation. Where were they at? Down a little bit down here. Yeah. The way she responded to the question of Tango GameWorks being shut down is how a middle schooler sounds after being caught cheating on the test. So, as we see by the answers here at the bottom, or I should say the comments, they are very much putting her on blast. Entire leadership needs to be fired. And yes, they all need to be
to developing innovative exclusive games?
Yeah, it's always extraordinarily hard when you have to make decisions like that. I'll go back to what I was saying about the industry. And when we looked at those fundamental trends, we feel a deep responsibility to ensure that the games we make, the devices we build, the services that we offer are there through moments, even when the industry isn't growing and when you're through a time of transition. And the news we announced earlier this week is an outcome of that. And our commitment to make sure that the business is healthy for the long term. But that said, our commitment to having our own studios and working with partners to have games large and small. We're a platform where you can play GTA, but you can also play Power World, where you can play Call of Duty, and you can also play Pentiment. That doesn't change. And frankly, our commitment to Bethesda and the role that it plays is part of Xbox and everything we do. It's actually been pretty fantastic. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to check it out. The Fallout TV show was on.
Talking about the fucking Fallout TV show, which could not, even in the littlest fashion, recreate what would actually be happening in a post-apocalyptic world like that, right? Yes, I understand some things are left up to the disbelief, but why did they release that all at once? And it's mostly been forgotten now in the zeitgeist. Some of the characters were portrayed alright, but a lot of them deviated from the source material. And the common trope that is said, for the modern audience, right? We gotta innovate. Well, how much has that innovating done for you? Most of the time, it loses you money because you want to be, I'm going to put my stamp of approval on this fucking product to make it mine. She didn't even answer the question about the studio, really. And the fact that they were profitable, or I should say, they made a very positive looked game and that had a lot of good things going for it. Shut down one of the studios for that? What a good fucking leader you are, right? Really doing one by the people that you're supposedly for.
Amazon, and it's been great to see people fall in love with that universe, but also what it's done for the games themselves and people going back and exploring everything that's inside of that. There's some other great things that are coming from our studios later this year. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I was a big indie fan growing up. Looks like you were too. So you should check that out. But really right now for us and our teams, our focus is on the people impacted and doing everything that we can do to help them through this hard transition.
I think.
Again, how are you going to help them when they're fucking fired? They have no job. You literally cut them off from their fucking supply chain. But we're going to help you guys get a job at like Walmart or the corner store. That'll be fine, right? I'm sure that pay that you were having before, sustaining your livelihood, house, kids, just bills. Yeah, but we're gonna have to bump that down. You're gonna get paid now minimum wage or a little bit above that. And I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about the hard transition. It happens, guys. It happens.
One of the things that was most upsetting both to Xbox gamers and to employees is that, one of the shuttered studios in particular just created a hit game, did really well on Game Pass in terms of engagement, and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a studio?
One of the things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative art form. And it means that the situation and what success is for each game and studio is also really unique. Like there's no one size fits all to it for us. And so we look at each studio, each game team, and we look at a whole variety of factors when we're faced with sort of making decisions and trade-offs like that. But it all comes back to our long-term commitment to the games we create, the devices we build, the services, and ensuring that we're setting ourselves up to be able to deliver on those promises.
Talking further about growth, I mean, one of the key focus areas for Xbox in terms of growth, and this
Again, just a non-answer. But this is the person that's going to be carrying Xbox into the future, mind you. I'm going to kind of skip forward a little bit in some of this interview because we don't have too much time, but you've already heard some of the main things that she's had to say, and it's just, I would say, very pitiful. Could be dealt with a lot better, but we don't get that nowadays. Now, you deserve the bottom of the barrel. You shouldn't ask questions and don't expect anything better because we're doing right by you guys. I promise.
Closed ecosystem stores. And we're going to start actually by bringing our own first-party portfolio to that. So you're going to see games.
Oh, sorry. So right here, she was asked about the how are they going to bring like mobile games and stuff in, and watch what this fucking bitch says. Like,
we built was really grounded in people who play those mobile native games and the creators of them. And so being joined with a team that has real deep expertise in mobile was important to us. But we are that now. And so in July, we are going to be launching our mobile store experience. We're going to start actually by bringing our own first-party portfolio to that. So you're going to see games like Candy Crush show up in that experience, games like Minecraft. And then we're going to extend that capability to partners so that they can also take advantage of it and have a true cross-platform gaming-centric mobile experience. We're going to start on the web, and we're doing that because that really allows us to have it be an experience that's accessible across all devices, all countries, no matter what, independent of the policies of closed ecosystem stores. And then we're going to extend from there. So I'm excited about it just because it's something that we've wanted to do for a long time. We've heard gamers talking about it for a long time, and we're now at the point where we can take those steps.
And so in July when it launches, we at that point at the beginning see Candy Crush and Minecraft in it, or how soon, or?
You'll see things roll out over time.
Do you know how soon partners will be able to use it as well?
Our goal is to get partners using it shortly after launch. We really want to make sure we start and we scale using our own IP first. That allows us to make sure that the experience that we bring partners into really builds on all the quality and learning that we have as a team.
again, maybe I'm just delusional, but tell me. Now, my girlfriend brought up a good point. Infinity Blade, a very good fucking mobile game. Came out in 2010. And yet, my Xbox is saying, hey guys, I know your mobile experience has been great, but you know what? You know what you need? Candy Crush. That's the epitome of console experience we're going to bring to you guys. Candy Crush. It's like, when the fuck was Candy Crush a fucking console experience? Like Infinity Blade. And again, if you guys know about that, I'm sure y'all remember the fucking, Souls-like gameplay that it had almost, the art style. I would say more so the art style, fitting, but it was a game well ahead of its time for a 2010 release on the iPhone. On mobile, just in general. And now we get bottom of the barrel. Now you get Candy Crush. Let's match these little patterns, guys. Yay! There you go. Good job. And then when you pass that, you just keep going. And then you just keep going. And then what? No fucking ending? No story? No, yeah, I get it. Some games can be that, but to be like fucking Candy Crush, that's the epitome. That's the Arc de Triomphe of mobile gaming. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb bitch.
Another big discussion point in the Activision acquisition was cloud gaming and how big that market really was. When will we really see it gain traction? Is it gaining users finally in any particular regions and scenarios? How is it doing? What do people use it for?
Yeah, so, cloud gaming, for those that don't know, I don't know if everyone here in the audience is familiar with it, is just the ability to play a game natively from the cloud. So you don't need to actually have a piece of hardware in your home, and you can experience something that's AAA Xbox gaming on any device, regardless of the local compute that you have. And we have been investing in that for some time because we really believe that opening up sort of these beautiful immersive experiences to more gamers is important for industry growth, for developers, and we know people want to play those experiences. And we're seeing tremendous growth there. We have more demand than supply in that area, and you'll see us rolling out more capacity.
When this fucking woman is talking about this shit, not acknowledging the Stadia that failed, Not acknowledging the Amazon product that also failed in the same sense, where they tried to put gaming into the same verse of cloud gaming where you can just stream it or whatever. Turned out to be very bad, turned out to be very costly, because streaming that much data across the internet was not efficient, right? And you would not get the same quality you did as having the actual hard drive, the hardware, physically there. Who would have fucking thought? We don't have that technology yet where you can just stream Call of Duty Modern Warfare with the 200 gigabytes that it has to fucking download, right? You just can't do that on a Stadia or on, I'm sure, Microsoft's mobile or air cloud gaming fucking focus thing, right? I would just say, from all that we've been hearing from this woman and from that, this does not give the confidence in Xbox, right? If anything, it just scares people away from it even further. Just like, God damn, this is a sinking ship. The woman doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, and she is condescending as fuck with not answering a single question. But she's the president of Xbox now. Y'all asked for this, right? Or maybe you didn't. Maybe some of them didn't, but again, diversity hire, doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about, looks like she's bored the whole fucking time, and then worms her way around every single answer. That's who you guys pick as president of Xbox. God bless you. I'm sorry. I hope you do better in life, but please just do better. Do better, Senator. Fucking quote from Falcon and Winter Soldier. My goodness. Other than that, let me know what you think of this woman. Are you approving that Sarah Bond is the president? Or do you wish that we had Phil Spencer back? Or whoever the fuck he was before? I don't know. Ace Shinigami signing out. Yeah, good night, good evening, good morning, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.